late November, December, January into this year. There was a health scare in my house and in my home, and I recall, coming to church, and it happened on a Saturday, and I recall coming into church on Sunday, and I walked into a wonderful lady of my small group, and I was just able to first embody what happened, just able to share. So I got to share exactly what happened. It was just a quick, brief moment before service started, and it was just relieving to be able to share my experiences with her. And she sat down with me, and she prayed for me. And we walked out of service. My small group rallied around me. They went to our house. They showed up our house. They were my husband. People poured into us. Having served in church and being active in church, you realize that you're always giving, but it was a season where, I had others pouring into me and not me pouring into others. And it truly reminded me of what church is about. I also recall just having moments where people called me, and it was so interesting. Somebody on my small group again, sent me this message, and it just awoken the fighting spirit within me to remember who I am and whose I am, and just the drive to fight for myself. It was just the exact word I needed at the time. And it's been a season where people have poured into me, people have prayed for me, people have sent me messages, people have reached out to me. For someone who has always served and always in a position to give, I think early on, God had taught me how to receive love, especially when I'm on the receiving end. But just being willing and open to receive what people had for me, it was really refreshing. It was helpful. It helped me pull through the season, and I'm so grateful for the people God surrounded me with to be able to pull me through the season.
So I started coming to this church just a little over 2 years ago. Didn't know if I belonged, and just out of the blue, a real nice gentleman named Bob, and made me feel welcome. I started to feel a little bit at ease, and just, still wasn't sure if I belonged. But I came to church, he encouraged me. I went and watched the first service. But after going to church a couple more times, and Bob was always there to greet me and introduced me to other folks in the church, Pastor Jay and Kendrick, and it made me feel welcome. And then he told me about this Wednesday Bible study. And I thought, I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for that, but sure enough, Holy Spirit brought me here, and I went to Wednesday group, and the first time I came in the lobby with that same look on my face that I didn't belong, didn't know what to expect. And I left. I was here 3 minutes, and I ran to my truck and went home. And worked up the courage during the rest of the week, and I came back the next week, and sure enough, another small group member, and her name was Sandy, and she ran up to me and said, "You're new, you've never been here." I said, "No, ma'am." She goes, "You don't belong to a table." And I said, "No, ma'am." And she said, "Well, you do now, because our table's on fire for Christ. Come with me." I did as I was told, and we went and sat down and met some wonderful people, and didn't say much the first couple of times, but I kept coming back, and I eventually got the courage up and the trust to share a little bit of my struggles and what was going on in my life. And these people I've maybe spent 5 hours with in the course of 2 or 3 weeks started praying for me. I don't even know these people, and they were praying with all their hearts. It was incredible, and it gave me strength through that fellowship, and we're guiding each other. And I thought, these folks don't have problems like I have problems. We always think that. And then they'd start to share, and what struck me was they had just as much struggle, but they seemed so secure, and that peace beyond understanding. It was incredible. So you felt like a family, and all of a sudden there's this click, there's a switch, and all of a sudden you find yourself, instead of coming to tell your tales of woe, the Holy Spirit convicts you, and all of a sudden you see that new person coming through the front door in the lobby, and I'm walking up to them, and I'm saying, "Hey, are you new? Why don't you grab a coffee? My name's Joel." And all of a sudden that turns into, a meet at the coffee shop, or that text during the week. Hey brother, you had a hard Sunday, how are you doing? And it, you get so excited to tell these new people. It's a switch, and all of a sudden now, you're doing it for other people. It's so amazing. Just so grateful to be a part of that. Glory be to God. It's pretty amazing.